Good morning. It is December the 25th, 2023, and we're going off on a mini adventure. We went to Stow-on-the-Wold earlier this year. Lovely place. And we've decided that we're now going to spend more time visiting a particular place. This will be our third year of running around in Pam the van. And so far we've kind of just whizzed everywhere. And we've decided that this year we are going to spend more time on a particular town or village or wherever it is we happen to be. So down to Stow it is. There's a couple of other villages down there which we're told are extremely picturesque, and we don't have a great plan other than we know we can get a decent overnight at Stow. Anyhow, come along, enjoy the ride. We'll see you when we get there. Borton on the water, I think, on the water, in the water, and it's absolutely rammed. Parking is a bit of an issue, to say the least, and I'm not against paying a reasonable parking fee. There are dedicated motorhome spots here, and you can actually stay for several days, but they're like 90 quid for 4 days. It's like 11 quid for 5 hours. I mean, come on. I mean, the whole massive car park is deserted and the town centre's rammed because, quite frankly, that is taking the mick. Anyhow, it's a beautiful place with loads of very little bridges. We're going to go and have a look. It is very windy out here, so hopefully the dead cat's doing a good job for us. Let's have a stroll around. Well, it's a very popular destination. There's loads of people about. It seems to be very, very international touristy. But I really love the idea of some of these things we've got here. These bridges have absolutely no parapets to speak of. Most of them are pedestrian only, and why not? Or at least very limited access to cars. They're truly gorgeous. If this was a lovely sunny day, I bet you can't move. So there's several of these bridges along here. Let's have a rotate. Absolutely brilliant little bridges. Anyhow, onwards. Well, why not put a Christmas tree in the middle of the water? I mean, you know, why wouldn't you? Still, it's a very popular place for photos, so I'm going to move out the way and let other people have a go. It's absolutely rammed here. There's loads of Chinese, I would suggest. Chinese here. It's very popular with Asian culture as well, by the looks of it. And it's great to see so many people out here just enjoying themselves. And yeah, it's just a shame they're gone so mad on the car parking. It's absolutely ridiculous. We did manage to get ourselves into a 90 minutes no return in 2 hours. That was a pure fluke. But the good lady's cooking some lunch for us, and I've been sent out to do some picky taking. Some lovely shops around here. Once upon a candy shop. Let's do, if I do a rotate, you might see that behind me. A proper sweet shop. Tell you what. Right, I found another bridge. I don't know if we can find any information about all of these bridges, but hey what, we'll go and have a look. One of the popular pastimes here appears to be how many bridges can you walk over. It's a bit like that famous puzzle. I think it was in Germany somewhere where there's a set of bridges and people trying to work out if they can walk around the entire route. Thank you. Without crossing the same bridge twice. But everywhere you look, there's these rather beautiful little bridges and fantastic little unique shops. I can see why this is such a popular place. Heaven forbid coming here in the summer, you'd never get anywhere. Ah, here we are. Here's my kind of shop. Magic and mischief. I don't need any magic to get to mischief. I get to mischief on my own. Duck food. Look at that. You can buy your duck food. Hello, Wolf. Wicked pranks and jokes. Ah, look at that. We're going on a bear hunt. I remember that with my kids. Scared the Jesus out of when one of the play leaders dressed up in a bear suit and they thought it was real. One of the kids got traumatised. Anyhow, some lovely things in here. Like this one down here. Let's see if I can get it. Misbehaving children will be sold to the circus. And why not? Well, it's a shame we've got nothing in the way of a sky, but at least it's not raining. Well, mild drizzly bits anyhow. Let's go play count the bridge. There's one behind me. These couple here, and they say that national, Borton on the water sport. Photograph yourself on a bridge. Seems to be in full swing. Thank you. There is, I can see a date on there. I can see 776 in the centre there. I'm guessing that's 1776. I'll see if I can get a still shot on the camera for that one. You don't have to go far. Literally, I've turned left into one of the little side streets here. And it's deserted. Literally one turning. I'm 50 metres from the main road. And I've got the place to myself. So we've got Borton's Little Sweet Shop. I'm glad they haven't gone the oldie worldy shoppy, because it's a bit pretentious. Fudge and such like. And we've got, I would imagine, a holiday cottage down here with a fabulous piece of carving above the doorway. How many people have walked past that? Oh yes. Abandoned hope all year here into here. I do hope not, because I think it's actually a holiday rent, judging by the fact it's got a key safe down on the door over there somewhere. But literally, we are that far from the street, going past the Venezia restaurant, and that's literally how far we have to go away to get into somewhere quiet. It's incredible. Just a few steps and there you are, somewhere quiet. And then back out into the madness. Apparently there is a motor museum here. Bit of a clue, there's a whopping great big sign on the end of the building that says Motor Museum. Certainly going to be open today, but we'll go and have a brief look. Another fantastic little bridge off to my right. Battered fish and chips, they know how to live around here. Right, let's go find the Motor Museum. Well, that didn't take too much finding. Cotswold Motoring Museum. And it says here, car heaven. Okay, we'll take their word for it. An award-winning museum. I bet this will be a right good day out when it's open. Nothing else, it's a rather lovely building. Oh, millstones down there, because right beside us, which I'm also suggesting possible holiday lets, because we've got Swallow 1 and Swallow 2, again with the key safe thing is there. So there's a bit of a giveaway. Anyhow, let's swing around this way because I can hear running water, and it is actually giving it some. It has been quite wet of late, but let's go and have a look. Oh yes. And then off to yet another bridge. And here we go, back to Pam, where hopefully food awaits me, outside the Edinburgh Woolen Mill. There we go, across the road, that being run over. Right, food time. We'll find out what we're doing next. I have no idea, but it'll be interesting and exciting. Okay, we've got 3 hours to go before we get to free parking, and I want to go to a place called Slaughter. Very attractive. Well, we'll go to Slaughter and back, and that will bring us back down to a couple of hours. And we like Slaughter. We are going to go and have a visit tomorrow. And we came back and thought, okay, I don't mind paying for the car park, a couple of hours, and it's card only. And I don't have a Tappy card. So I'd like to have given some money to Cotswolds, but I can't because it's card only. And then despite the fact you can buy, you can have free overnight parking and such like, they've now sneaked in at the bottom somewhere in the motorhome bays, are no camping. Now I'm sure we actually stayed there last time and possibly didn't even see those signs, because I remember being quite happy about it. But yeah, okay, fair enough. So a quick look around good old park for night, and we are told that Tesco's don't have a problem with you staying, and indeed we've read the terms and conditions at Tesco's car park, and there is nothing that says you can't. But immediately adjacent to that is another car park that is a council one. Long stay, up to 72 hours, totally free of charge. We've very carefully studied the terms and conditions, and it just says that there's penalties for not being in the correct class of vehicle. Whereas the van is below 3.5 tonne, we're therefore PLG, private light goods, and we can't see a problem. And there's absolutely nothing that says you can't overnight. So overnight we're here, just next to Tesco's, and tomorrow, all being well, we shall trundle off to Slaughter. We have arrived at the wonderfully named village of Lower Slaughter. I'm sure it means something somewhere, and we've come around the corner to the rather beautiful church, which has been very difficult to photograph because the light is really strongly behind it. But we're going to have a look around Lower Slaughter. And there we have it. We'll go and find out what's there, go and see if it's open. But the light coming through the windows is rather nice. Someone's left a sign in the way. So, St Mary's Church, Lower Slaughter. There's a crow taking shelter up there. Very pointy steeple, I'll give it that. A lovely place. Somebody's putting some signs out, which hopefully say the church is open. Let's go take a look inside the church. Oh, creaky hinges. I think we got here just at the right time of day. Oh yes. Ooh, instantly drawn by the nativity scene. Not sure how the camera's going to handle that for a light source, but there we go. And if we rotate in a clockwise direction, have a look around. It seems to be very well cared for. You find this in these smaller churches, so there's some massive light bleed coming in there. Oh, look at that. Sorry about that, guys. Upper and Lower Slaughter. Some stone carvings on the back wall there. That's a little bit unusual. my experience, which is not wild. But yeah, some stone there. We've just had a wander around the church, and very pretty it is too. We're now going to have a meander down here. It's a rather beautiful little bridge. A somewhat optimistic sign saying no fishing. But the water's incredibly clear. So we'll just have a pan over to my right to get the church from this side. It is a beautiful place. And next door to it is the manor house. It's more than £2.50 to stay there a night. Anyhow, onwards, back round here you go. It's a rather beautiful little bridge. Have a walk down here. That's really been worn over the years. You actually see grooves where countless feet have gone past it and over it. That is pretty ancient. And say up there, no fishing. Fair enough. We go down this way. We're past the Slaughter's Country Inn. I can't believe how crystal clear that water is. Cracking good day we've got for this. And so some poor fella from Thames Waters got the overpump job. Right, apparently there's a mill further down here. Let's go find the mill. We've come around the corner. We may have made a mistake here. Oh, I don't know. No, we haven't made a mistake. We can get round to it. And not only is there a water mill, but I'm sure I saw it turn a moment ago. It's not anything too amazing, but at least it did go round a bit. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Let's see what else we can see. We didn't expect it to be open today, to be fair, but they've just noticed a sign in the window there that says, "We're having a little makeover and cannot wait to open our doors to the shop and museum again very soon." And I've had a peer through the window and it looks like they've absolutely emptied the place, so some major refurb going on. But I wonder why they've got a chimney as well. I don't know if they had some kind of auxiliary steam power, or whether that was the ovens, if they baked here. I really don't know. Time to go and do some research. But what an absolutely gorgeous little place. And we go down here. And for whatever reason, you could get into the water here. Not entirely sure whether this was to get people out that had fallen in, or quite well, old private water, no entry at any time except horses. Okay, fair enough. So I guess it's a horse wash then. Well, the mill's absolutely gorgeous and definitely worth a visit when we come back. I think we'll come back here. And I'm guessing what we have here may well have been a sheep wash because it's a very, very shallow ford. Well, I say shallow, I wouldn't like to go in there with this. The gentleman was in there with wellies on just now. Apparently it's quite a thing. But they love these little bridges around here. They're absolutely nothing with a parapet, very simple sort of slab construction. But again, there's another sign over here, which I'm not going to zoom around to, that says private water, no entry at any time, except horses. I thought we'd take in that view as well just before we went on and explored a bit more. We really love this place. We'll come back again maybe later in the year. Hopefully the museum will be open by then. We'll check out the website before we make the journey. And we're now going off to a place that apparently has got a dovecote, quite a large one that you can go and have a look at. And we're rather hoping that we'll be able to do that today. It won't be too crowded. We'll make our way back to Pam the van and say hello to this poor chap on our way past. At the village of Naunton, famous apparently for one of the oldest dovecotes in the country, which apparently is open to the public even today. Bit difficult parking here. We've managed to squeeze in somewhere, and we note on the way up there's signs that saying historic dovecote open today, no parking at dovecote site. Hence our going up and down, I think twice up and down the high street to find somewhere. Okay. Now where do we go then? Oh, okay. Oh, absolutely totally lost. Presumably it's not that way. Oh, donations, thank you. Ah, right. Oh yes, definitely no parking whilst you're here. And here is said dovecote or dovecote, depending on what you want to call it. Well, a read of the informative plaque tells us that, as well as the dovecote here, there was, or is a turbine hall used to generate hydro. So we'll have a look. The passing gentleman just told us we're welcome to go in and have a look. Wonderfully out of the way place. I'm really glad we didn't try and bring the van down here. I think we could have got it there and back, but it would have been a bit of a nightmare. Well, I've walked down by the side of the river here, which is definitely rushing away beside us. I find a sign here that says no unauthorised access or persons. Fair enough, we don't go places we're not meant to. But this is the old turbine hauler, to guess. If we come in here, which is a little slippery, we'll try not to go one over the other. Ah, yes. Possibly a little overgrown, but if I look down there, there is a turbine. Not spinning at the moment, I'm pretty certain to say, but that looks like a reasonable sized turbine, and I bet that could put out some power, judging by the water that's going past here. Whether that'll ever get restored or not, I don't know. Let's have a look through the window here. Yeah, so I'm guessing there was a channel here somewhere that let the water go through. Let's have a look. There's plenty of head here coming through. That could be quite impressive. It'd be lovely to see that get back into use. That'd be a brilliant use. Oh, well, look at some power cables here, which I'm pretty certain aren't live, so I'm safe to touch those. Yeah, okay. Well, they're not as thick as I thought they might be, but I guess they could take a few amps. All right, let's go see the dovecote then, go inside, because apparently we are allowed in. Yeah. We've explored the turbine hall. Let's see what's in here. Oh, blimey, that's low. Enter at your own risk. Please respect this historic building. I think we can achieve that. We do like to respect old places. We've got a very nicely newly installed roof here. Let's go and have a look. Oh my word. Aha. Right. So when they say you can go in, I think what they actually mean is you can get as far as where I am now, which is leaning on the gate. And to be fair, looking at the amount of what I will politely call droppings on the floor, I'm not entirely sure I do want to go any further. However, we can take a look up there. See there. Of course, all of these little holes, in fact, there's a birdie over there, several birdies over there. I'm not sure if I can point because I'm not very good at that. Up there somewhere, there's some birdies. So, yeah, a very valuable source of food, and apparently a status symbol for the Lord of the Manor to have a decent dovecote. It was always built to the best he could afford. Oh, there's a fair way up. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm glad we made the visit. There's some very unhappy birds wondering what on earth we're doing over here. I think we'll leave them to it. We appear to have arrived at Witney. Apparently quite a famous place, lots of things to see and do. We've managed to get ourselves parked free of charge, pretty much in the town centre. And we're going to go and see what we can find, and maybe even top up with some fresh bread. We're okay even until tomorrow if need be, but hey, if you can get fresh bread, get fresh bread. Well, we're heading for the high street in the hope that we can find the town hall, because apparently there's a fantastic view to be had. So I'm hoping to get a photograph from that. It's a very strange place, it must be said. Quite a lot of old mixed with quite a lot of new. And pretty easy to get lost in, to be fair. Anyhow, Wesley Walk we've just been through. We need to remember that for later on, otherwise we'll never get back home. Oh my word, they've got all these flower beds on wheels things. Right, well, we found the high street anyhow. Now let's see if we can find the thing we're looking for. Well, we've formed the opinion this is the Buttercross. It has both a sundial and a clock. Now, at the moment, the clock's the only thing that's any reliability. It's a bit grim now, the sun's gone in. However, we'll go and have a look at the Buttercross itself, home to many a pigeon. And why wouldn't you be? Let's go say hello. Ooh, lots of very happy pigeons in here. In fact, there's more pigeons in here than there were doves in the dovecote we saw earlier on. Very happy looking pigeons. Hello, come say hello. I've got nothing for you, but be warned, you are tasty. It's always sad to see people graffiti these things. I mean, what makes you think that you want to be known forevermore for graffitiing something like this? Okay, I'm trying to avoid the broken glass that's in here, and some bright wit has put a notice up here, which I'm going to forgive. Just try and get a bit of a close-up for it. Yes, there goes another pigeon. It says, if you notice this notice, you'll notice that this notice is not worth noticing, so don't notice. Sounds reasonable to me. Being eyeballed by some very suspicious pigeons. We've just found this rather lovely car. We're going to have to do some research on this. White wall tyres, an interesting cast of what we might call cerise. I'm not seeing any badges. There's some badges on the hubcap, or hubcaps. Trying not to get one over here. It's a Triumph. Oh my word, a TR2. Wow, look at that. What a thing of beauty that is, a Triumph TR2. That is absolutely beautiful. And what's even nicer is it's on the road. Somebody's actually making use of it instead of being a museum piece. Somewhat ironic. We've got mobile phone holder on the dashboard there, on the windscreen. What a cracking piece of history that is. Well, I'm not saying this place is posh, but we've just been past a couple of charity shops, and the sort of stuff they're putting out in doorways here for charity shops is better than my best wardrobe. It's a lovely place. Remarkably quiet at the moment. So we're going to go back to the van, consider getting yourself some lunch, and work out where to go next. We parked up at our last night's spot just outside town next to the Tesco's, and we thought we'd come have a walk into Stowe this evening, and it's quite pretty. Not overblown, very reasonable lights. Bit of scaffolding up on the hall there since we were last here. Yeah, not at all bad. Right, let's go see if they put a light bulb in the church then, shall we? There wasn't one last time we came here. I've seen other people's photos since where there wasn't one, so I'm not overly hopeful. St Edward's is open. I haven't put a new light bulb in, which is a bit of a shame. But there's some nice Christmas trees in here. So I figured we'd go and have a look. And down here we've got the nativity scene. Excuse my wonderful Velcro. So I can get some light on there for you. There we go, there's a nice little nativity scene. People sometimes ask, given I'm not of conventional faith, why do I spend so much time exploring churches? And the answer is very, very simple. You don't have to follow somebody's faith to appreciate good architecture. Some fantastic design work. And generally speaking, one of the few buildings that generally you can rely on being open more times than not. So why not make a donation, treat the place with respect, and move on. Here's one of the old inns here, the Old Stocks, which seems to now take at least 3 buildings up, and over here, past the glimmering trees, I go up onto the path without slipping over on the mud. There are the aforementioned stocks. Which I'm now going to cast my whomping great shadow across. So there are the stocks of the Old Stocks Inn. Okay, I figure it's time to go back to the van.